plenty of talent on the bench as well. Gets another run out for the Barbars, and Brad Webber had the honour of playing, having toured with them a couple of seasons ago, captaining the team and actually playing a Tottenham a couple of years ago. Look out for him during the Hacker as well. So let's talk All Blacks at 15 then, and a good mix of black caps and those making their first appearance for a team in black on the loose. Good tour with the All Blacks 15. Next to him, Jack Taylor is on debut and toured in 2023. Josh Beer in the row. He's played for the Barbarians, who was a late addition to the squad, and the very experienced Dalton. An All Black, 37 caps and World Cup experience as well. In the back line for the All Blacks 15, who are ready. On the bench, Carl Preston and Braden Enner have both full All. Rivez Reihana are Super Rugby champions with the Crusaders. But they all have one eye on maybe getting on this tour as well. Well, the crowd filling up nicely. It is, and sunglasses all round, and great company too. We're joined by a man with a prom, Nick Evans. Great to have your company for this one. What a
lovely day. Brentford GTEC Stadium looking lovely. Usually ball pinging about the place. Today we're going to see 43 players hopefully carve it up. I can already over their eyes, hoping that they don't cut up too much, but we should see
in the tunnel then. Two teams who are going to look to play a great, yes, the same ambition to win, but very different ambitions.
Yeah, very much so. I think you've got an All Black 15 here with a lot of young. Hand up for the All Black coaches that are over in Chicago at the moment, and then you've got a famous jersey that demands the respect and the performance that you put in with a coach that likes to play footy, so it'll be interesting to see where that ends up.
Here at the GTEC Community Stadium, London Irish a few years here, and that is going to be continued by two of the most legendary rugby, the famous All Black jerseys. The black and white hoops, they're actually being welcomed onto the pitch. But now it is time for the anthems and the Hacker. A great players will be experiencing it for the first time, and a lot of these jerseys will be doing it for the first time. We've got our eyes on for the All Blacks. Will there be a challenge from him for the anthem?
Hey, of love we meet. Now voices we entreat, defend our free life. Pacific's triple star, shafts of strife and war, praises her. God defend.
Exception. What a start to November rugby. Well, Nick Evans, that is experienced many, many times in your playing career, but it is still a special moment.
It still gets the hairs on the back of your neck, especially seeing Brad Weber there. You know, offering the challenge back, and you know the haka is, and he's done it back, and oh, it's great theatre. How can rugby not be romantic when you?
Has been accepted. All Blacks 15 jogging into positions, and Bernhard Janse van Rensburg. How great to see him back at this ground.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people questioning, you know, when can he make that step up into the international? Irish and Bristol, and this is another opportunity to maybe put his hand up with do the same for this autumn internationals.
And his teammate Fitz Harding.
To see is a fantastic player, work rate, massive focus around channels, very skillful, and he's going to be part of this, implementing this Pat Lam type of style of play.
Today the whistle goes and November rugby is officially underway here. Not that they need any introduction, but the Barbarians in the black, all in black. The first moments in Tor and Josh Jacob at 10 today. A nice. Wonder how many of those exits we'll see from the Barbarians today in that part of the pitch.
Both teams here will be cohesion. Obviously the Barbars, you know, obviously been together for a week. Cohesion. Going to try and play, but the All Black 15 in itself will be
good clean line out to begin with. Span Rain, the sail shot. The ball, Bongi Ombonambi loves a carry. Rodri Williams at 9. Involved in the Barbarians every time Pat Lam has coached as the Dragons. Defense there, but Barbarians already into the 20. Van Geerden. Now Wally Kebbel, Scotland international. Some good. Baroni, he offloads and Malins trips over him. Max Malins, one of the home nation's players, as Nicholas selection, but a lot of the URC players. Ireland. Great field position already here. The captain leads. Dives the legs and makes an extra metre.
No.
Drive from Kanye from Barbarians.
I think like, and I think what we see there is just the ability for the Barbarians to win. But the ability to get over the game line is going to make that a much easier picture for you. Off the set piece, cohesion is going to be easy, first three phases, but again, in the zone, Moroni there, but again, like just patience, which is fantastic. Carrying, they're just making meters and meters and meters, and then the All Blacks contain that last phase.
Kanye made his Springboks debut. The honour swapping sides tonight. And Ransburg on the assist, Rob de Prier on the kick, and the 2-point. One of the All Blacks in the squad. That was a good chase from him. Bit of a high hand, but
yeah, that ball is out. That's fine. He can be.
Bongi Mbanambi tidies it up. I think there's a bit. Exits very well indeed.
So I think if you're looking at the All Blacks, the Barbarians got the ball. They've got to put time in the tackle. So what you saw on that last passage of play, you can see 3-second rucks. It makes the game very, very easy. So look to see how.
Jack Taylor at hooker for All Blacks 15 today, 5 caps for New Zealand.
Stop once.
Overall starts, and he's looking to kick on now. Xavier Rowe. Oh, little dart up the short side. He gets absolute. Question there as to whether or not that was high. A conversation happening between the. They say play on. That's a bit of a welcome to the game there. He opts to nudge him behind. There's no one at home here for Barbarians. Is it down? Havili. Conversation to be had here.
Knock on. Okay, so knock on in goal.
Not grounded.
So knock on in goal by Black.
But a little sight going to offer.
Yeah, great little spot by Xavier Rowe. Again, like backfield. Barbarians left a space in that back left-hand corner, and David Havili, you know, ball down, but great spot by Xavier Rowe.
Definitely knock on in goal.
Could tell by his body language that he hadn't got that down. He's spending plenty of time in. Number 8 met well by Ernst van Rijn.
Counter rucks legal.
He's come under a little bit of scrutiny. And a nice little. Yeah, the Barbarians. I know we're only to dish it in those close quarters.
Oh, you expect nothing less from a flavour in it. It's probably something we've spoken about as Kiwis, as coming up against the South African physicality, especially in Super Rugby now. So All Black 15 side.
Fitzharding with the short ball. Barbarians. Rodri Williams looking for space, end over end. To Matabuki Neatkins, first touch for him. Another one who's great kick, and Tangi Tau gives chase. Oh, it doesn't quite sit up, but it does. And now All Blacks find themselves in the 22. And today. And the football ground staff, there are already some rather large stud marks. Does not look like a snooker table anymore. Rowe.
Tackle now.
Beer wants in. The hooker, and this a lot more like it from All Blacks. 15 the night. Sitoro. few sustained phases inside the... Putting the brakes on as he was looking to lead the defensive line. Makes a good tackle. Rowe. Numia.
Tackle, open up.
It's one of the...
Advantage.
Papali'i. Oh, that ball's gone loose. Loose. Excellent kick. With all the flair rugby, there is still space for great fundamentals.
The All Blacks, All Black 15 again exploited that backfield space. Josh Jacob. A good bit of patience just into that 20. You get him 5 metres out, but just force a bit of work on the left-hand edge by the Barbarians. Find themselves back in deep.
At the target at the line. No challenge coming from Barbarians.
Okay, go now, 7.
Rowe. It's an excellent kick to compete. Oh, taken at the second. Oh, and out of the back door. Look at that from Keble. Up to halfway. Well, there's going to be a lot of that today, and we are here. It's out to Werner Koch, but there was a little knock on there off Fitzharding. Bit on its way.
Yeah, and again, just that off. Leland Zas on the left-hand side, just from that high ball, he takes it cleanly, but the ability to is not dying with the ball in that 5-metre channel. Can you escape out of that? Can you move the ball in? Width creates two-sided defence for the All Black 15, creates an opportunity. Yeah, but it all comes from that bit of work of escaping on that high ball.
And a big challenge. Front row, Xavier Numia on the loose head side. Dyer on the tight head side.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're up against an all-test match. The Scotland International World Cup winner. Bongi on Benati Labakanye. They've got a tight head. Anybody who gets a cap for that team.
Yeah, 100%. I think All Black 15 here, you think about strategy. This into the Barbarians, half on the left-hand side, 15 metres.
Yeah, okay,
In against that almost, all South African front row there. Attack those wider channels, attack that top. Maybe a bit of space on that wing.
So as an attacking coach then, possibilities off the first phase.
Well, they've changed it now because Nick Berry's brought them all the way over to the as an attacking coach. That's happened, so I haven't got a short side to work with here. So it allows the Barbarians 9 now to almost gamble even more so on the open there. So it makes it a little bit harder here. So you can either try and get to the edge first phase, or you can go field one phase and then try and exploit that edge and beat that forward pack around the corner.
And winning whatever you decide to do first phase.
Yeah, first phase strike is going to be the key with that. There you go, channel 1 in and out fast.
Some space as well. Brilliant by Tangitao, but couldn't get the feet. Wasn't far off, was it?
Yeah, and again, pass accuracy is everything in that there. So probably from 9 to have possible. So they didn't quite get it. He had to get around the back of the 13, and the kick probably wasn't as accurate. Get there into those wide channels. When the scrum is so far on that left-hand side, it's probably to move that forward pack round.
Tangitao really 11 tries in 13 games for Auckland. Is it nice little nudge there?
That's a real intelligent type of play, and I know it's like that, but there's a lot of space down the middle of the field, and most teams now will defend and their open side winger marching on the 15-metre line. So as you see, scrum in your own exit zone, and now you've got a line.
Okay.
Well, neither team really putting a lot of 10 minutes. Bonambi. 15, but the dart is on the money. Fitzharding. Little ball out of the back. Base. Now Zas. He was fed by men. Those little balls out of the back to create space. Cross. Sitting on the edge. Big man checks inside. Doesn't want to get isolated. Allows him some time to go again.
Yeah, guys.
But they won't mind that. Look where they are.
It's a really good first phase move. Trying to the six-man line out with a player on the inside that's already passed the ball. It's really hard. If you just watch here, Ben, you're trying to number off and you can't number because he's coming from a blind spot. So it makes the fact that now they're going right back to the opposite side, moving the point of attack, leave out there, and then let him play what he sees off the back of that.
Big step from Liebenberg as well. We'll be talking about that one later.
I don't think we've, but no, it's great to see, and they are opening up. They're definitely trying to a lot of ball movement. There is a lot of detail the way Pat Lam uses. When you're watching them, there is a lot of a structure around it, even though it might seem like a lot of. Already you've seen the Barbarians, even with a week together, have kind of put some.
Thank you. Time's up.
Here we go, G.
That's fine. As long as you got that space. Keep nice and high.
Here we go,
Crowds! Coming! Set! Yes!
Ollie Kebbell getting the praise there from his flanker Fitzharding. And this is a massive challenge, isn't it? They all face a tough front row against England A next week, but
no, it won't be much tougher than what they're coming up against today, and it's fantastic. That young front row there, actually the whole Type 5 really, because it's the two big boys in the second row and behind, and Liebenberg operators in the back row there. So it's a whole 8-man effort in these scrums. Gamble a little bit the Barbarians here and put a lot of pressure on and see if they can buy a penalty.
But in and out, and well played by All Blacks 15. Can't quite get there. Really could turn and burn there, but part of the field either.
No, it's not. It's yeah, I would like them to get to one side and maybe kick on the edge a little bit more, try and bring their open side winger out, force their. But it is an efficient exit.
Priya helping it on its way. There's Evan Roos. Carry. I'd imagine he really wants to put on a good show today. He'd love to get for the box. He's had a couple of really rough injuries, just as it looked as though his Max Malins in that to himself. Nanai Satoro on the turn. Into space here. They've got the pace here.
No, they're both going for the ball.
Roger Williams can put some width on it again. Oh, palmed. Like he's swatting a fly. Oh. Really? Oh, we heard that.
Yeah, good little pictures. It could be a little bit. Channels, you see him with Bristol all the time down those little 5-meter lines, and there's opportunities. Good ball, rebound off the back of that. There's your little Bristol connection there down.
Yeah, you got to check your... Short pass and Roos goes in a little bit upright. Jack Taylor wins that collision.
Please, 9. Last feet. Yep.
And sock on the right boot sends that into the blue.
Yeah, your timing's wrong. Your timing's wrong. You've got to hit the ground.
Part of the player is still in the air, then that'll be a penalty. And this is a good opportunity. Black.
Yeah, I mean, it's what have we been? 14 minutes. Been all Barbarians really. And there's a mistake. You know, if you're wanting to prove yourself for future. Take there, you know, now you've got an opportunity for maybe out. Yeah, again, like probably a double error, compounding errors there. You know, 22 to build an attacking opportunity, but two back-to-back errors there, and then now you're
like you're standing out, caught the ball, hadn't crossed the plane.
Good distance on that kick. His first time with a 10 on his back. 6th of January this year. Usually wears 13 for sale, and now been a magnificent servant to that club.
I didn't see what's happened over there. Okay.
I reckon he get this to about anywhere 5 to 10 metres. We might see. Just trying to think, you know, like that kind of. Oh, where's he kicked it? Thereabouts, maybe. I mean, if they go full South African, it'll be a driving maul. But some little funny little play around the front of the back of the line out here.
Not a 15-man maul.
Okay, 4 black. 4 black.
Pat Lam at Bristol Bears does love getting the backs involved for the driving maul. So the first job, secure the line out. Goes up. Bonambi gets his hands on the ball.
Ball still up.
Of course they have. Rodri Williams. Ball off the left. Scrappy. When you said funny play, I don't...
A little bit there, babe, but no, not on that one. Went very traditional 4 and 8 in off the back of that. Didn't quite get what they wanted out of it, and played early from Rob Dupree.
So we talked about you playing. You've also coached against the Barbarians a couple of times, haven't you? With
a couple of games against the Barbarians. It's always a great week. It was 2013. We played England and played the Lions. You know, that Lions week was a big week. We were on the waters the whole week, and heading down to Australia, and they took us to the sword. But it was a fantastic. Interesting. The 17 minutes, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of week these Barbarians have had. How many waters they've been on during the week, and when the juice kind of runs out of it. I was very hydrated that week. Very hydrated.
And Barbarians pick up the penalty at scrum time, and I'll tell you what. Dinner.
We're going straight to Nobu.
And he's safe. Had a look at that Barbarians team that you played in. Yes, it was. There were some unbelievable players in that lineup, weren't there?
Yeah, we just came up against a Lions team that was ready to go to Australia. And I remember it was Owen Farrell's, I think, first time, and it was fantastic. Face in the first 5 minutes was kind of set the tone for them a little bit, so it didn't help us.
Line out then, 5 metres out. But it's been read. That's really well played by Boshier. Denied the fun and games for now, but a dummy from the captain. So well in those close contact situations. Kanye, the try score. It is very direct from this team. That takes it on. Has he grounded it? Yes, he has. Short range, and Evan Roos goes over to double the score.
The All Black 15 there. I think, you know, you go back to 5 minutes ago. The 22, compounded with missed touch, compounded with taking the ball. Barbarians then camped themselves down there, and they actually, the New Zealand 15 had them. But I think it was Jack Taylor, if you look there, too high in contact, and you all alive, stay up in contact, and that's what, at this level, you watch here, Jack Taylor, number 2, too high. Yeah, that's your ball players to put time in tackle, and therefore it ends up with Evan Roos going over.
Dupria. Flags. Just apologise, my eyes deceived me last time and I thought he'd slotted it, but no doubt now that it is 12-0 as we approach. And at this point then, what are your thoughts, particularly on what they're trying to do?
Well, at the moment they're living off scraps. I think the team at the moment is dictating play both through their kicking game, found a bit of space in the. So, look, I think the All Black 15 need to kind of just work their way back into the game. The big thing that they haven't had a lot of, and look to try and put this.
Ray. A little knock on there by Rodri Williams.
I didn't realise he'd get that. I would have played advantage.
So here's an opportunity. Teams that people have been in, or if you're in this position here, you've just gone 12-0 down. You're 20. Very easy here to go. We've got to score next. We've got to score straight away. And, you know, we've got to try and push the basics and getting a bit of sustained position in this area of the field. Is here for a real maybe direct strike or a real nice executed wide. The All Black 15 to get into their shape and just work through the gears and work through their phases.
Short side here, and Nanai Sitoro is kind of loitering in the option to go either way.
Steady.
In from Rowe. Out nice and quick and up the short. Sitoro. And him and Cook collide. Caleb Delaney. Really needs something from this visit to the 22. Take a big carry here, and Havili is the man to deliver it. This way by Kalen Boschia. Slow progress here. That's by Rowe. Penalty advantage coming as well.
13 White, you weren't on site. We made that tackle.
Matthias Moreau.
So well executed first phase on the short side there. Cross put the blindside winger in a little bit of positional. They executed really well, went through the face play, bought a penalty, and now an opportunity to go to their set.
Just wait till they're down, boys, before you go, okay? Time. Yep. 2, 4, 5. 2, 4.
For Jack Taylor and his pack. He finds John. And the All Blacks 15 go to work. Jack Taylor's in. Xavier Rowe wants it. He might have to wait a little while.
No. Thank you.
Oh, great challenge. 12 on 12.
Let him go.
Big physical. Havili, a pick and a go and a reach for the line. Oh, it's Bosch there. White line fever. Fitz Harding has been absolutely over the try line. Roger Williams needs to be aware of the offside line's gone. Mavuki Neepkins infield to Tangitao. Berg drops the shoulder.
Seven out. No
Very
contest,
often you
no
think
contest.
with the this and that, you forget about the physicality, and it has been absolutely brutal.
Definitely won that part of the battle so far, the physicality-wise. It's a big part of the DNA of South Africa, and as you can see, they've marched. Looked like their Bashir was short, played a phase, but really by Williams, and as you see there, that defensive effort there has just brought themselves line contact at the moment.
Yeah, but you don't need him. Come on, let's go.
Well, Caleb, he needed his go-go gadget arms, didn't he, just to reach out. This was a great carry.
Hanro, we're going to keep going, mate, so you're going to need to find someone to...
They get really close, bit of scrappy ball at the back there.
Oh.
Yeah. Come there a little bit. And again, you know, at the top level, I think you've got to make got there is that one where you just go the next phase. They probably do score the next phase.
Rob Dupree.
Well, I just told him, I said someone else...
Not just the hit, but the defense. Whack.
Yeah, Rob's a great defender, you know, for a long time now, and both at 13 or at 10 or at 12, he's kind of... His defensive ability has been very, very good.
Well, they were a gnat's whisker away from scoring moments ago, the All Blacks. All in the 22 again, small margins, none. Goes Bongi, Ombonambi. Try forged in the forward pack, and the world Barbarians third.
Yeah, dare I say, around that set piece at the moment, both at scrum time and at and the nous of those South African boys, and they've well executed. Fitzharding, brilliant line-out operation. I mean, it's not my massive area of expertise, this, but you can see it's too easy. Like you can't break that seam like that. The nine's got to be there. The way that that maul's shifting, whether it's to the short side or not, and
off the beans on toast. Disposition. He's always got a smile on his face, and usually, but I'd imagine if you're on the other side of the ball to him, it is a terrifying.
He's been fantastic for South Africa and today, and I guess if you play South Africans, the game's probably pretty easy sometimes.
At this time, Werner Kok gets down low. Another big collision. The game plan very much.
Back feet, guys. Not yet. Let's take him back.
Treated. Sends that one up. Good kick chase to perfection. Back inside their own half. That was Tangitao helping it on. Left behind.
Forward.
For All Blacks, isn't it? But the execution some way off.
Yeah. And you watch that, especially that last passage of play here. The last thing you want to do is compound points, and then giving the ball straight back off that first. What you're looking at there, especially around that ruck, you can see a lot of black jerseys. that's a bit of a red flag for me around. If I'm going to move the ball, I've got a lot of my forwards in front of me, and I'm in defence who outweigh the numbers in attack. So, you know, Jake, that and understanding that they're going to put themselves in a little bit of a up against them in defence.
So All Blacks here. Wide on the left-hand side. Rob Dupree stood directly behind the scrum. Decision.
And you guys are already falling forward.
So what they're looking at here, this is almost a classic field. So you keep your blind side when you're on the touchline there, and what you're looking at across and put their 9 in the boot, which they're not doing at the moment. Then and roll around to the right-hand side. There's an option here with the 9 there if they think they can. Just got the 9, their back row and the right-hand winger there. All Blacks have got their 15 right across the opposite sides. There's a lot of space in behind.
So Caelan Boshier on the blind. Well, I was going to say he's going to be very busy, but
when it's working, you keep going at it.
Yes, yeah.
And this is it's working well for them. The scrum is working well for them. The defence is causing issues. The life out of the All Black 15 at the moment. There's going to be half time in terms of the physicality battle at the moment because the All Black 15 are coming second best.
Barbarians all scored by forwards. Glabakanye. Then Roos, then the man with the ball in his hands. Straight to Bongi. Oh, that's a good shot. No real reward for All Blacks. No. Rodri Williams struggling to get there.
There was a knock on in the tackle by the black hand. That's why
it's a cruel game sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, but what I like about that's real intent off the line. They're both in from a defensive point of view. And then second phase, Namir, the loose head prop, comes out and just to win the collision physically. So hopefully that shows a little bit second half.
Well, that's what you want from your captain, isn't it, Papali'i? And he's going to have to stay. Try and help his team get back into this game. This feels huge. We're into the... It's a 3-score game. All Blacks 15 haven't been able to... But if they can survive this, win the ball back, get a penalty, try and grow, hang on the coattails until the latter stages of the game. But instead, Roos, it just bounces off the chest.
Advantage, guys. Scrum screwed, ball's picked up. It's a knock on from White.
I mean, I can think of Adam Jones in my head here. Experience for this young front row in the All Black 15 because they will know in rugby unless they make it to the top table, and it's a fantastic learning. Even though it's hard now, it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch from they're under a lot of pressure, but they will learn so much around this experience.
Crouch!
Base again for Numia, Taylor and Dyer. And Ali Campbell there on the loose head. He's actually been capped for Scotland. Very talented scrummager. There aren't match level.
No, definitely not. Too, so no, it's and they've got another a poor exit again. Probably a little bit of technique there let them down. We just outside. They've got to hold them out here before they get to.
Ombanambi with the overthrow, and this opens up some space. Tackle. All Blacks 15 just slowly but surely stepping up. Kanye sends a man bowling backwards. Jens van Rensburg. Ball knocked on, so it's back in New Zealand. Not seen much from the former London Irish midfielder yet. Oh, well played. It's the nice Etoro, the gas man. That's going to drop. Played by Rodri Williams. He's back.
Missed the ball.
He was there on his. Trying to cause a nuisance.
Can you play that?
But no orthodox here.
Down.
Charged down and gathered by Havili. Opportunity where something happens. Nothing really on for Jacob, so he tries. Rowe to Josh. The Barbarian himself. Pass.
Sorry, who was it?
And Hanro Liebenberg doing a little refereeing himself.
Anything less from those forwards, especially those smart ones. All Black 15 there. Good transition down the left-hand side against space. I just still think they could just be a bit more patient in this 22. Look after the team that's coming up to 35 minutes. Big South African team. You want to making tackles, getting up and down, off the ground, east, west, north, south. That juice that's in their legs at the moment. So just letting them. You know, a good set piece starter here. Line out just on the 22. Good area. First three-phase focus and see if they can put some sustained pressure on the Barbarians.
On the nice Etoro, where they have had a little bit of joy, is kicking into that space. Finds his man, but it goes down pretty early. Shot again, a nice Etoro into the contact zone. The Blacks 15, Barbarians throwing a man across in the line out. Big number 3 carries for the penalty. Oh, there we go, little late one.
One there for being thrown across, landing on the lift.
In a game like this, that's a gamble. Shoulder on a Hanro Liebenberg.
Yeah, it is a little bit. But again, it's what already we're seeing from a physicality point of view, and just letting them know that and they're the ones that are bullying things around. They are. It's their 19-0, 35 minutes gone. They need to score here. They can go 19-7. I think it gives them a little bit of confidence going into this.
Harding's landed there that he's been thrown across the gap. You alluded to it earlier. Later in the game, what kind of week of the bar? If you're within 1 or 2 scores, then. But they've got to get that first score. All Blacks 15 and. Another good carry. Flanders. Rose got there quickly. Short ball to George Dyer. Good chance. That was Josh Beer. Good. Rensburg on, another big shot coming in from Liebenberg. Leaning in. Havili not attacking that ball at pace. And then Jack Taylor, the next to go. They're just struggling to. Here, these are tough carries. Beer backed up. I thought there was half a gap there, but Barbarians offside again.
Here, so what happens in this area of the field? Obviously, there's not a lot of real estate behind you. And your line speed defender usually comes from the 30 defender, which is the third speed comes. So if you run into that all the time, it's very hard to try and create a team when you dominate that contact. So the All Black 15 need to find a way to So either you go off 9 and you attack between inside that, the 10 and 20, which are that, and you attack the 40 or 50 defender. At the moment, the Barbarians are for pushing the All Black 15 back.
Oh yeah, thank you, Ray.
Pat Lammer's just Blacks 15 are doing wrong.
Please, Black.
Pointed out what he perceives as an illegality in the way that they are clearing out. Here, going for this scrum, it's an area of the game where they've been under immense allow this very talented backline. 90 seconds to go until half-time. It's a good scrum. Scrum half, big ball over the top, into space, and Tangitau dots it. Here's the All Blacks 15.
Yeah, they might have. I think it was all right, but yeah, it's one of the toughest positions in the field. There's 22 scrum right in the midfield. You've got to split your defence. You've got to right here. You're looking to where the 9 is situated. The 9's probably a little bit. He'd probably want to be a little bit more on the right, and therefore there's always going to be one over. Hold on to it as long as you can, which Xavier does really well. Side winger up, and good pass.
Yeah, he has. Has he? Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay,
the referee was. Yeah. Christoph Ridley's the TMO. And pretend you haven't seen anything. Tough kick. Oh, it's a great kick. And a 7-point score.
Grounding, please. Stop.
Christoph Ridley wants to have a look at the ground.
Watched it live. It did look a little bit. Oh. The other fingers on it. Is he in control?
And is there set?
Yeah, it's coming for you in a moment.
And look, like you got to dive. Like, what's the point? There's no point trying to put it down with one hand. Be in control and get into your next job. So, be disappointed from All Black 15 if this.
Well, is there any separation? Oh no. For Caleb Tangitau and the All Blacks 15, does it?
Because you probably, I think you know.
So Christoph, obviously, because he's in
you can't have a. Back in the Blues Colts days, I did this once and just ran under the post. Over the line, I got hammered at half time, and I never did it again.
So they're going to check conceivable angle.
Obviously, anything here needs to be clear.
I mean, the crowd reaction usually tells you.
Tell separation before he touches the ground with the ball.
Yeah. So we're going back here to the restart.
Correct.
Oh,
Okay,
Caleb Tangitau, this boy in Brentford. There is any separation, so the on-field decision will stand for All Blacks 15, and that man will be grounding the ball from here on in.
Yeah, 100%. I think there's half of us going, that's a try. There's half of us going, that's not a try. It didn't look great, I'm not going to lie, but you will take that.
Well, our clock is up over, so we are counting down until the end of the half. Confirmation that is time. Sends it to the stands, the sun-drenched stands. 4 tries for us to enjoy. Barbarians 15 have given themselves a lifeline. Half-time here. In All Blacks 15-7.
From our whenua, our land, to our puku, our It's good to spread love.
Wonderful. The technique of cooking food buried. I wasn't brought up on spices. I think the closest thing I got was
This globe-trotting adventure.
I learned so much.
You're welcome. Tim Morrison, and I'm hungry.
Earth Oven premieres Wednesday.
Hi, I'm Julia. You're a snake catcher, and in this job, you'll get it. While you're watering the slippery suckers out of your shed, it's quite clear that they have got teeth. Suburbs, it's not without danger. Your neighbours have bites. What? New series, The Snake Catcher. Thursdays, 8:30.
Start at the beginning. If it's salacious, gory, or vaguely scandalous. Bit of a puzzle.
How do you help the police exactly, Mr.
Bits. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Mae West.
Bookish.
To reveal nature's greatest secrets, you have to deeper underground, closer to the action. Even back in time.
That's the limb bone from Allosaurus.
Read journeys.
This has to be one of wildlife's best spectacles.
The Secret Life. 3 on BBC Earth.
Welcome to Downton, sir.
Terrific fun. Our lives are lived in chapters. Long live Downton Abbey.
Downton Abbey, the grand finale.
I'd like to apologize in advance for what I'm about to do to both of you.
They're taking car builds.
I will not be beaten.
On new heights.
Do you see those jumps? You see the bouncing?
It's on fire. I can't see that. It's like a car guy's dream, dude.
Mondays 8:30 on Turbo.
Get kicked in the teeth.
You scared?
Oh my God!
Meeting.
Jake, we got to abandon ship.
Wednesday 7:30 on Discovery.
Far from the familiar, sometimes distance.
Must be Lucas. How are you?
There was no life for us, so we packed up. Next adventure. And when I came here, and the first thing that just... I'm home. That was what it was.
The new season of Where the Wild 30, only on BBC Earth.
Back to a truly iconic venue.
This
Grand Prix is underway. It is the hottest ticket in town. On the brakes. There's plenty of jeopardy and plenty of excitement.
Hello, Grand Prix.
17th on the grid to the win.
Coverage brought to you by Heineken 0.0.
Beautiful November rugby, and it's been a great start for Barbarians. Forward dominated as well. All Blacks 15 giving themselves a bit of a lifeline. Just back as well. Caleb Tangitau going in off a beautiful Xavier. Well, the referee thought that he did, so it's 7 points on the board. Nick Evans of the half, the 4 tries that we've got to pour through here. Bludgeoning in the beginning, but it was very effective, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I think a strength and an ability to dominate the All Black 15 around off really fast, and it was the type 5 that got to work, especially of either a scrum penalty or a maul penalty or a maul. They really dominated that first kind of 30-35 minutes.
And Labakanye heavily involved with the second as well. Kalen Boshia thought he wasn't long until another very big, very physical Barbarian.
Where the two teams are at the moment, I think around team were too high, too passive and around the breakdown. I think Jack Taylor here is one. Hold them up. You don't want that situation. It allows that someone like Evan Roos to come in to the back. So it was a tough day around the set piece. And as we mentioned on commentary, a great learning experience, but a pretty
involved again. Just a incredibly powerful tight head drops of South Africa. It was only going to be a matter of time until the World Cup winner was in. At the time, it's very well executed by the Barbarians, but things.
No, not that far out. I think like the way Four Packs can put them all together, it makes it very hard to defend if you don't get it right. And that maul is excellent. You know, you don't want to double bank. You want to make sure you get the. And all you're trying to do is shift that to the point where the pressure is relieved. And probably one of the best players on the pitch in terms of the set piece and how he's dominating.
Well, despite the fact All Blacks, they were brave in selecting it from that penalty, and they.
We've just been speaking about how the set piece has been going, but when they have had a scrum, they've got it in and out. And their strength is at the moment, and a lovely, well-worked set piece try. But I'm not going to sit on the fence and say that, even though I'm a Kiwi. Like, it just they'll take it. It was well worked. It was the right option to go down to that right-hand side. Was offset on the left, so it was the right option. Well played, called, executed.
Does mean we have a game on our hands. Barbarians 19, All Blacks 15. The second half.
Meets opportunity.
Did you guys see Jalila's helping campaign?
You should block her. Success and money and all these things.
Cute! Make sure
Memory.
I'm like that way with trees. I don't know what any of them are called.
That's Thursday, 8:30 on 8.
From Aotearoa to the A-League, witness rivalries. Central Coast Mariners, Wellington Phoenix, tonight, live. Proudly brought to you by Macca's.
Welcome back, everybody. As you've been gone for minutes, but the conditions are very changeable here. The sheds at 19-7 in favour of the Barbarians. The clouds are Nick Evans. I'm wondering if you might get some rain.
Yeah, it's at the moment, but I mean, we spoke before. This game doesn't need. It's going to suit one side, and that's probably the Barbarian side in turn. In the game and input into the game around their strength, around their set piece. So well, hopefully it stays away and we get some cracking footy in the second half.
From the sheds, I don't be disappointed about and work on, but in terms of the All Blacks, what at the start of this half to really try and get back into this?
Second half there, I think they've got to play in the right areas of the field, but they've got to be physical. Lower, they've got to put more time in the tackle and not allow this Barbarian juggernaut just to phase after phase and inch them up the field. And more aggressive. I just think that at the moment they're probably playing out. You've got to find a way to create more 1v1s. I think they're probably a lot of dual. At the start of this, we see a real big intensity on both sides of the ball from the All Blacks.
Nick Berry. Instructions. Him and the officials team busy at the end of the half. Not able to help out in terms of the Tangitau tries. That does make it that man getting over the line.
Okay, thank you.
Josh Jacobs. Oh, it was a good chase by Harvili, but no touch on it.
First, and then the second one off Black.
But it's a Barbarians knock-on. And Christoph Ridley
just
barely. He's going to take a look here at who knocked this ball on.
Yeah. Yeah, I think as Nick Berry, just heard Nick Berry there say it's come off. Yeah, no hand involved there.
Oh, yeah. What if he'd have managed to gather that, then All Blacks 15 directly on the front.
Keep the break foot on.
For the Barbarians, but it was the Welsh of Rodri Williams that you could hear there. Amazing story with his international career. Cap at his fourth cap for Wales. For this particular group of internationals, which was great news for Pat. A bit of joy in the first half, but Josh Jacob chases back well. Moving Flanders. Williams in defensive duty, bringing down the fullback. So nearly 15, but not nearly as far up the field as they'd have liked. So, oh, and it bounces up for the nice Toro. Can he stay in field? And Max Malins is there out of the back door from Malins. Rodri Williams, but it looked for a second there like the night. Well, he gives Rob Dupree a little cuddle, then sends it up the.
Black, retire.
That is very, very well done by Josh Jacobs.
There by the All Black 15, little mistake there by Rob Dupree. I think you saw early on there maybe by the All Black 15 going down little short sides. What that does to the defence, or they end up going to the kick to the ear.
So close, wasn't it?
How many guys?
I mean, the chase.
Backwards off white.
A little hack forward there from Rowe. Now Werner Koch thinks about the kick, but just gets rid of the man instead. Van Rijn, but it's been coughed up here. And another Barbarian. For the field position, and Jack Taylor can get his head down. Inside the 5 metre now.
No.
Fitzharding called off it.
Okay, use that, please.
Little goose step into contact. But manages to win the collision by George Dyer, despite the pressure coming on from high. This is where the All Blacks 15 want to be playing, though. Yeah. It's very physical, and that'll suit this Barbarians team. Daniel Rona. Great tackle on him. Caleb Delaney. Out past the ball. Now I can let you in on the little seat. He says you've got to watch the All Black 15. They're clearing out Nick Berry's ear at half-time.
Yeah, 100% he would have won there, but he's 100% right, and I think, again, probably... And again, you start getting a little bit desperate around... They probably spoke at half-time how... or taking people past the ball, but you've got to be really careful that defence can't take him out past the ball, and then that's what we saw exactly there.
So change. Olivier Mark coming in at 15 as opposed to 17. I wonder. Perhaps.
Yeah, mate, you're good.
I think Brendan Ennor for Daniel Rona, so he's slotted centre outside there.
Is a double All Black centre partnership. 23 for Ennor. So Ollie Kebble teams making substitutions early, and just look at All Black 15. Rodri Williams having a go, finds the captain Liebenberg out there. Stick. Oh, so close. Bong. And he thought he was in again.
He would have got man of the match if he had scored that.
The match, so keep your cards close to Paul Roger, man of the match, so a bottle of something delicious to the winner as well. Although as great as Paul Roger is, sipped. But it's still on for Barbarians. It's his centre partner, Jansi van Rensburg, with a nudge in behind. All Blacks 15 find themselves in coffin corner again. There is isn't there?
Yeah, there is. They're playing in the right areas. They're making the right decision. Attack opportunity there. That's what he's really good at.
That's not going to go into touch. Werner Koch is going to take it on. Max May takes a little step off the right boot. Oh, got sniped. Williams. That's Van Heerden. Oh, he's down. Welcome to the game. Rodri Williams straight into the shoulder of Numia. Turnover, it is all happening.
Yeah, can't hit.
Oh, Braden Ennor.
Yeah. It's a little bit festival rugby, which is what we want to see him in a game. Individual flair and guys playing and seeing the space, but two max. He sets it up brilliantly. Some fantastic work down the left and say Rob Dupree. A little bit of 1-2, and then that little ball in behind, which caused a lot of problems.
But ultimately, and they are back. Changes then for All Blacks 15. Jamie Hanna coming on in the engine room for them. Still there, so Caleb Delaney after that great shot on Max Malins. He's the one who's for Jamie Hanna. Leading that. No sign of a week on the waters yet.
This guy's in the way.
Off, Hannah on. Hannah, a former New Zealand national, picked up a couple of caps back in 2022. Mia with a double release and go again. That's whipped out and inside Enor chasing. Good cover by Cock. To make the tackle. Hannah there too. Oh, that's out and that's over. Poaches a try. It's taken nearly 10 minutes in the second. Points now for All Blacks 15, and it is on here in Brentford.
There, little sniper try from the Nye Xavier row, and it was well edge there down the right hand side. Good little miss pass, and yeah, it was fantastic. Good little again, the ball behind from both sides caught them to cleaning up, but just watching here, a little bit of detail around the exit ruck. When you're in this situation here, Werner Cock, it's his responsibility. That ball doesn't come out like that, so what he does there, he goes back with one hand. You've got to go in that situation.
Well, a debut to remember. Try, will it be a debut to remember with a comeback victory? Josh Jacob to put the All Blacks 15. Oh, it's just drifted away to the right-hand side. As the wind going around the stadium now as well.
I'm trying to work out if that's helping the All Black 15 in them a little bit, which can influence a little bit around the kicking game.
Changeable, isn't it? Right, 1912. Here we go. Absolutely no rush for Rob de Pree to Is that going to make it 10? Yes, it is. Perfect. And Malins finds Cock. Good carry and a lift to the legs there. That's Van Rijn, but they've cocked it up again. He is quick. Tangitau needs a touch, but can't get. He's asking the question as to whether or not he was interfered with on the way. Tangitau,
yes,
serious wheels.
Again, the ball in behind. I think that's shoulder battle for that ball there. With that, it happened in that last little bit, but again, transition ball, lost ball in contact by Fitz Harding. Ball goes to debate. David Havili. It's a good little shoulder battle, and he's got to try and pick that up.
Well, if he didn't put the first one down, he definitely didn't put that one down. Encouraging signs here for All Blacks 15, and some warning signs. If they get sloppy, they will be punished.
Yeah, and Caleb Tangitau getting and create as many 1v1s. He created the opportunity on the other for the try. Opportunity there.
Well, we talked about his try-scoring exploits for. Really good sevens career, plenty of medals as a New Zealand seven. Commonwealth Games just up the road in Birmingham in 2022.
Is that
a silver medal in the Sevens World Cup as well. And the conversation happening here on what set piece to take. What would you do?
I think the line-out's probably a little bit famous on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, they've gone for that. Audrey Williams. So Leon Inzas, the Storm. Finds the big tight head, Clavacanye.
No, stay off in one. Use it.
That's going to stay infield. Jacob. Wow.
Players contesting.
Another chance.
He's not. No.
from Fitzharding. Now half a gap, looks like it. Labakani's there, takes a run up, and that's Havili.
50-22's on, boys.
I don't think you get much change out of 140 kgs for Labakani. Van Geerden to ground. To be stuck in this middle third, but that's a decent nudge. No one really at home for All Blacks. Tangitao. Sean Withy was there. Oh, the charge down. And are the Barbarians slow?
I mean, maybe a little, maybe a touch. I just think the game's become transition.
Williams managed all away. Oh, another monster shot on Leolin's. Straight onto the shoulder, and Glabakanye with the tip. Lovely. And then the ball goes forward. And the, as the referee says, advantage over. Josh Jacobs. So it'll be Barbarians put in.
Yeah, it's a game of basketball at the moment in terms of the, someone's got to take a little bit of control of.
Nick Berry into reversing his decision here.
I was actually going to say that. Right, it's longer those like knock-on advantages.
What a shot!
Yeah. The Blacks half or White's half.
I like that from Nick Berry. Don't see it too often, do you? He's like, yeah. Do you know what? We'll go back.
You know that's not happening.
Well, Bongi is coming off here to a great performance from him. Player.
Yeah, he's had a great 55 minutes. That first half. He's actually been pretty good round the loose. He's been nice and direct in the a try off the back of a maul, and he'd be pretty happy with that 55 minutes work.
So a couple of other changes. Ruben van Geerden is off as well. He's going to another Springbok international, and Andre Hugo Venter. He's wearing number 17. And hooker.
Let's find out.
9 or 10, and you see Van Heerden go off, and you see Cobus feet. Come on.
Exactly.
They were just bringing these monsters off, and monsters coming back on.
Who English rugby fans will be familiar with. Spent 5 stayed here against London Irish. Wrong end of a massive collision that was of all people. And I'm sure he'll lay the ghost of 15 minutes of the second half gone straight on the toe from Rowe. That's a great kick, but the call came in late for no 50-22.
Could be coming quick here, boys.
So Andre Hugo Venter has played hooker for the Barbarians before. Joseph Dweber when they played against Samoa. Dweber, another one who's on these short. Played against Portugal and scored on his first cap. Low by Devon Flanders. Still out there, still carrying.
Okay, 9, use it, please.
It's a long body that is on Visa. That back in, so has to keep it in field, and Jacobs underneath. Rendsburg gets stepped by Havili. Man. Malins is there. He's going to try and gather his own.
No, 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 no.
Oh, the dummy thrown by Labakania. Not a lot of fizz in the Barbarians right now. Bits up. And Caleb Tangitau is going to stroll it to turn this game on its head from 19-0. The conversion to come.
Yeah, great, again, great. You know, the New Zealand 15 there. Just allows your defensive line to get set, allows you to get your spacings right, allows you to get your community. They're a little bit short here. They're actually numbers down, but talk about like winning the jump. What he does there really well there is he wins the jump, jumps on the pass. It's hard. He doesn't take that second picture and see the difference. He's got it in his head. I'm going to throw that. Tangi Towers, and that's what you get.
Great scoop. Is good. Josh Jacob lands his second conversion. All Blacks 15-19. Still a quarter. And the men in black now surely favourites.
Yeah, I think so. I think cohesion, how much have they trained together enough with the subs coming on? Back to that dominant set piece, dominant carry and defensive effort they had in the first.
Well, just before the restart, All Blacks 15 have replaced their entire... We're in 16 now at hooker. Josh Fusitua, the loose head. Lau Aki at tight head. Some energy with their team on top. 2 tries. 0-1 for Caleb Tangitau. And up that goes from Rodri Williams. Barbarians need to find something here.
Inside.
He's another black. This is absolutely huge for these guys, isn't it, who are putting on the jersey?
This is the beauty. Back when I played, it was the junior All Blacks, and you had New Zealand A as well. So this All Black 15 is a guys in NPC that have produced some great football in NPC or super some games, but put yourself in the shop window. And also remember, you're putting on the. It demands excellence. It demands. And I've got no doubt this week they would have talked a lot about that.
Odd 7 have now become full All Blacks, and it's a tour that's growing as well. It began Barbarians up in Tottenham, then they've done 2 game tours this season. It's a next week we'll be down at the Rec in Bath as they take on England. Some great young talent will be wearing the white jersey. And 15 will be 80 minutes and a massive challenge in. And the game against Uruguay is interesting as well, because Uruguay is less than half a ranking point between 13 and mix with all the teams like Spain, Portugal, USA. Go into that one as favourites, but it'll be really exciting to see as the global game continues to grow, they'll see that as a massive opportunity.
So really unfortunate, they're two actually really good down the middle of the field. Again, a lot of teams pinning their backfield on the 50. That 50-22. It's probably the 50-22 rule is probably over the middle of the field, so a bit unlucky that the ball went over the goal line and attacking scrum, but the decision making and looking for space was
has come on. Must be an interesting feeling playing again. Represented one as a New Zealander. Play in 10. Do you think you'd have enjoyed the 50-22 rule?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
That's one you want back, that.
Oh, that's a
I'm surprised Brad Weber actually didn't get back and tap that himself. It's probably him coming on. He certainly will. He'll attack in around the fringes of the rucks. He'll bring players into the game. You know, there's a bit of a loss of intensity at the moment, and that obviously doesn't help their...
Hold your balance, guys.
Okay. With Brad Weber, it was a brutal ankle injury that he back out playing rugby, and really excited to see him. Carl Preston made his All Black. Beat South Africa at Eden Park. That's not a bad way to announce yourself, is it? Havili trying to find some space. Good shot on the kicker. Max Malins and Werner Cox sweeping the backfield. That aerially can try and win it back, but instead it's All Blacks finds its way to Josh Jacob. Not sure he wanted.
There's a rock there,
a couple of big Barbarians. That pass has missed 3 players. Neatkins. How has he managed to thread the needle?
It's a set piece off the scrum there. Pass accuracy, just check the shoulder on the big opportunity on that left hand side there. Numbers up, you know, it was right there.
So Leolin Zas off. Rhino, who's represented Barbarians before, playing his club rugby in Treviso. There's Rehana. He's coming on too. What a great first touch for Rehana. It's an immense legacy that they continue to have. Oh, there's a 50. Has done well there, but then he's been stripped. Happens very quickly in this game. Oh, speaking of the devil, Josh Jacobs made the catch.
That's not on advantage. That's not
beautifully done.
Into the game now.
It is raining. This was great though, wasn't it, Rehana? Introducing himself to the game. But 15 minutes to go. It's a test match. This is a massive challenge now. You've got yourself level.
Well, obviously, it goes without saying we'll want to win this, even though it's game. So it's really important. It's kind of the mental, the confidence for both teams going in. So I'd like to see here just around getting the detail right. Yeah, Jacobs, you know, looking to manage the game, get 15 up the field and try to dominate in the areas that you need to dominate in. Barbarians team, which is starting to tire a little bit, in some poor parts of the field, and capitalise on them.
Well, they make Enter coming on. He is a Stormers man. And played a lot of great rugby, and he will certainly add some field for these remaining 13 minutes or so. He might have his first chance to carry here. Oh. And Barbarians could be in trouble again. They need to make a tackle. Oh, and there it is. Saving tap tackle, but All Blacks 15 on the front foot. Press. Opens up for Kyle Preston. And looked as though he was moving it on, but a long way round. What a score from Kyle.
Yeah, showing why he got capped in the Rugby Championship there. Kyle Preston being championship and some great, I mean, this is probably a little bit of the impact of the off the left hand. Satura there's a great carry. That quick ball, but people not being in the right position. I think it's Jack Angia, a loose head prop, and there's only one winner in that.
Yeah, thanks, mate. He's on the spot.
24,
you got about 15.
He was working as a roofer. Now he's played in the European Tour with the All Blacks 15. Not only that, that has given them the lead. The rain is dry, but it does not stop the man adding the extra. 19-26, and for the first time, the Barbarians. Roger, man of the match. If you were doing the Paul Roger beard of the, that is some fabulous facial topiary. And from what began as a is now absolutely stinking.
Spoke about before, how are the 9s and 10s on both sides going to manage this game with the weather? Where they're going to play the game. Obviously the Barbarians, well, I'd imagine, and try and create as many opportunities as they can. Can the All Black 15 now team and ultimately them to win?
Hold that gap, boys. Hold.
Not really done.
Now they've been given the opportunities, haven't they? Down try in the first half and a couple of poor placements, poor pass and tough weather condition, and they've capitalised off those transitions.
Dalton, scrum on line out.
Scrum, mate.
Okay.
Being able to launch anything. The set piece don't help, and it was the set piece that really allowed them to build in the first half, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think in this almost a double positive here. So if you can eke a scrum penalty here or get a really good carry, almost a front foot kicking situation, that's what you're kind of looking for here. This rain that's come in, get the ball down the other end of the position, into the field, force them to make the play, and you reap the rewards off a transition, hopefully.
Well, I don't want your announcement yet. The Paul Roger man of the match, and of course I don't want your announcement because the game is in. Is give it to someone, then all of a sudden that Paul Roger tastes a little. But yeah, start to have a think. Let's talk about both teams. Start a couple of nominations. Who do you think has had a good game today?
Yeah, I think 5 minutes. I think when they were dominant from a set piece point of view and a physicality, really epitomised that, and he was probably at the heart and core of that. Really experienced leader in. Harding and Roos in the back row have been dynamic. They've kind of been everywhere. I think to play in the first half, pulling the ball out the back. Kind of fits Harding and Roos, so they were brilliant.
And as for the All Blacks 15, who's in contention?
He probably had a slow start, but the left winger Satura, I think he's coming. Probably epitomised that first kick that went across from Jacob over to the left-hand side. Breaks. I know Tangita's had the tries, but I think he's been industrial. Again, I didn't for him. He's still out there. He's making a lot of change. The carries when they've needed to come, and he's probably been the one that's second half, so he's been
Fitz Harding leaving the field, the Bristol Bears club captain. I think Bristol Bears fans essential to their premiership season, but great to see him represent himself. of rugby, who is an outstandingly talented young South African. Sits up for Havili. For All Blacks 15, David Havili has been outstanding today, so physical. And has he scored the try?
Yeah, great bit of work down that left-hand guy, and against Saturo, you know, keeps working hard down the left side to put pressure. Havili, like all good centres, in the right position and gets him. And you know, he's been brilliant today.
And it will taste delicious. Oh, it's another good conversion as well. It is 1933 from 19 unanswered points. And there were times in this game they really, when they had to, it was the likes of Havili and Papali'i that reward for him, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I think you know, at 19-0, but they didn't. They got themselves that score before halftime was pretty crucial.
He's inside. Properly, we've got multiple guys outside there. No.
Well, 5 minutes to go. Great news is done in terms of the surface and the conditions. But the team that has dealt with them the best. In black. This one is going to be sent high. Max Malin's called. Oh, it's another good contest. Little nudge in behind from Preston. Oh, good chase and look at that, Josh Fusitua, the loose head. So Jacob, he wants to want more. Fabulous comeback.
Yeah, the resilience they've shown. Obviously, the messages at half-time, they've executed really well. Opportunities, but you know, you've got to be in the right place to make the most of those, and lethal on that transition.
Back into Barbarians' hands. Jack Ainger is on. Tight head prop with Ireland caps as well. Rob Dupree. Stayed in field as well, and this will be run back with interest. It's another good carry from Eteni Nanai Setoro. Maybe one of the players who's got big ambition. He won't have done them any harm today. Tangitao, 2 tries and an offload. Will it sit up? Oh, he's managed to gather it. The offload was out. Who's gone for the kick, got caught in 2 minds and chucked it forward.
Not sure if he needed the kick there, did he? I don't know.
Roger, player of the match.
Yeah, look, it's been an excellent second half by the done really well. We spoke about Havili and Flanders Papali, to a young fella in tough conditions in that second half. I think he's done everything that's been asked of him in terms of when he's carrying. When he's taken high balls, he's taken high balls. We spoke about one of the first. I think he's got a big future in front of him, and in tough conditions. Played really well today.
Well, he's making a name for himself well. I wonder if and when he will get the All Blacks debut. But congratulations, Eteni Nanai Sitoro, a player of the match. And after the match, stick with us as well. We will be hearing from him as well as losing captains as Rob Dupria. Oh my goodness me, he's pot bread basket. Alas, the try won't count. It's a Barbarians penalty.
Advantage.
Barbarians aren't going to win the game, but is there a little Barbarian? And look, we talked a lot about the All Blacks 15, and rightly so. 3 out of 3, they're going to open with a win. But Barbarians will about how this has gone, particularly in the second half, won't they?
Yeah, I think they just strength that they had around their set piece. So I think they'll be disappointed with the way they coughed field. You know, a couple of poor offloads, a loose carry, a loose ball on the ground. The All Black 15 have been lethal in those type of transitions, so they'll be disappointed and really dominated that kind of first 35 minutes.
Into the last minute, and All Blacks 15 have pinched that as well. Carl Preston by Flanders, helped by Tangitau. Well, that's been left behind. Oh, very nearly a brilliant pickup.
Yeah, there's two.
The referee checking the for one more.
For the tight head. Yeah, I'm jumping across that now.
Yeah. You've trained one during the week. Surely there's something in the back pocket where you're like,
okay, thank you.
Results done.
Yes.
Do you always?
Yeah, there's one. Okay. There's always one that you've got in the back pocket for certain situations that you. This is the one.
And as a percentage, how many times do you run it?
Never does. Never do it.
Well, maybe now's the time to put a cherry on top. The brilliant start to this 3-game tour, and they will, with one win on the board, the player of the match puts it in. But they will not hear those boos. The All Blacks 15 really embraced it between New Zealanders. Started like a long afternoon for the All Blacks 15, but a show conditioning and 33 unanswered points. Impressive victory at the end.
Yeah, I think they'll be pretty happy. I think first half put on, which they did in the second half. The Barbarians certainly came with a powerful pack, and they failed that nail in the coffin in that second half. But I thought the management, when they came, they were lethal on that transition. I'd say their line break conversion in that second half.
November's rugby is officially underway. A start of a Northern Hemisphere. We're going to see some of the 15 who pick up the first win of the season. It finishes here at 33. Oh, right then, Nick. We're going to do some interviews in a bit. We're going to speak to the player of the match. That award will be presented by James Simpson, the managing director. And we'll speak to both of the captains as well.
Oh, look, he'll be disappointed. Certainly. But again, like it's Barbarians week. I know what that's like. You know, they would have got a lot of detail. Second half, you know, lacks a little bit of that quality and the detail that quality in terms of what they showed in that first half. So they'll be disappointed with the way they probably gifted.
That try that we saw at the end of the first half, and has he knocked it on? Has he not knocked it on? It's a Barbarians game. Doesn't matter. Very much.
It does, and that's what staying in the fight looks like. I think he can go in at 9. I think back to situations I've been in, you know, the semi-final when we played Bristol, where got to try it just before half-time, go 28-7, and the difference in confidence, something like that going into half-time where you can galvanise yourself as a group. So
absolutely was. But the Barbarians there, I am sure they didn't get the victory, but that will not be a special week for everybody in that jersey today.
Yeah, we've got two, but put both of them on, and you know, the Barbarians is truly iconic. Jersey, the experiences that they had, the wins that they've had, the occasions that they've had. I think that is hugely special, and I'm sure they'll all
rugby changing all of the time, and you know, certainty changing, and so much talk about, you know, the world game and the things like the Barbarians still exist.
Oh, hugely important. Epitomizes and symbolizes what the old school rugby was about, that we want to try. Yes, there's it has to adapt and move with the times side of things like this, but the Barbarians is it kind of epitomizes why you play for the game, the enjoyment, which is the big thing around it. You know, there's always a smile on the, but there's an enjoyment around being together as a group and just yourself.
Of Rob Dupree and his team, and his captain Hamro Liebenberg. Ifs and buts and what else they could have done, and will they be lucky enough to put the jersey on a few times? Rodri Williams, we just saw going. He's got the socks of Bishop Stortford RFC on, especially that get to come and watch as well. They'd have watched him hundreds of times for Bears, but this is something that he'll be particularly proud of. On to interview time soon for a young player. Very exciting for all of these All Blacks 15 players, actually, because the possibilities are endless. But one man today is the Paul Roger player of the match, Etienne Nanai Sator.
Yeah, Candies.
Excellent news, and congratulations today. A comeback victory too. You must be feeling absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, look, I'll be lying if I said my lungs are hissing out there. I guess start the way we wanted to start, and coming throw at us, we just had to expect the unexpected, and no, they did that, and yes, our group, who just stuck together and came out that second half hissing.
Was there any point in the game where you thought it might be?
Yeah, a little bit when they got up, what, I think 20 points. Kept us close. They told us just to stay composed, and just I think we've done that.
Well, look, you have got 3 games in this tour to make it. How are you going to feel now, firing into this week and looking forward to England next time out?
We'll enjoy this win today, and whatever happens, but ball's here. Got a good bunch here, and yeah, just looking to
Well, good luck with that, and congratulations today. You are the Paul Roger Player of the Match. And that prize presented by James Simpson, the manager. Oh, and I'm sure that will. And congratulations to Etene Nanai Sitoro. Ahead of the try scorers, ahead of a load of great performers.
Yeah, I think so. I think obviously I gave it, so I'm going to pepper him here. Because I think there's a lot of work, and you know, when I'm sitting up here from a coach's point of view, you watch